and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to this presentation, provide this press conference. So, 14 juillet, 14th of July is an important day in France. It is our national day. It commemorates the prise de la Bastille. How do we say that in English? The storming of the Bastille, of a prison, a big prison where we had political prisoners and different kind of prisoners. This is our history. We commemorate the beginning of the French Revolution on that day, and this revolution, as you know, has changed many things, not only in France, but actually in the whole of Europe. And I remember in 2023, the ideals of the French Revolution, liberté, égalité, fraternité, was used as well by those who were fighting against slavery back then. Because the Prime Minister of the Netherlands said, yes, you were fighting here as well against slavery in the name of the ideals of the French Revolution, égalité, fraternité, et liberté. France is a modern country, it's an innovative country. We do a lot as far as artificial intelligence is concerned, but we want responsible use of artificial intelligence. We know that artificial intelligence will change our lives, but we want to have it in a somehow managed way. That's why we have different meetings taking place in Paris with the leaders from the whole world. We are a country which supports multilateralism and international law. My minister, who met, by the way, Minister Melvin Bauva last week, underlines always that we have to be present, we have to launch diplomatic initiative. We do that on several fields, be it the peace in Ukraine, be the peace in Hormuz, Lebanon, and so forth. So we count on multilateralism and international law. We want to be a reliable partner inside the EU today. In this world that we know, the European Union is reliable, and this is very important. Okay, coming more specifically to the 14th of July in Paris, like every year, there will be a big military parade in the streets of Paris. And this military parade with almost 7,000 people, men and women, will be defilating in our streets with many helicopter vehicles, mortars, planes, horses even, so all the different segments of the French army will be defilating. You can follow it on the website of the Ministry of Defense, Ministère des Armées. This year, in French-Guyana, we'll have the honor to have as well a strong Guyanese accent, Surinamese accent, because the Surinamese armed forces will take part in the défilé in Cayenne, and the chief of staff of the Surinamese army, General Labadie, was a French name by the way, will be defilating together with a band from the military armed force. If I'm wrong, please correct me. So we'll have a strong Surinamese accent this year, and we are very happy. As you know, French armed forces and Surinamese armed forces have developed over the last years a very strong cooperation, and this is thanks to the defense attaché here and your predecessor. We have joint patrols. The last one was on the 25th of June. 25th of June. It was in Maripasula, or it was down?
Close to between Saint Laurent and Bastille.
Between Saint Laurent and Bastille, French military together with people from Surinamese armed forces were on the same boat, so to say, and conducted a joint patrol. But this is as well practical training, cessation of equipments, and let's say almost a daily cooperation between the French armies and the Surinamese army. We do the same, by the way, in the police field, and Commandant, if you later on you want to say a few words, we have this cooperation on every day between police forces and French and Surinamese. we just ratified, the French Parliament just ratified a convention on judicial cooperation. It was published on the 1st of July. We really hope that the Suriname side will ratify it because it will help, it will ease cooperation between justice and justice, French justice and and Surinamese justice. Okay. Now I will talk a little bit between the links with France, and the 14th of July is as well an occasion. You have so many people living on both sides of the Maroina River, family connections, business connections, linguistic connections, and we are very happy. But we are not very happy because the border agreement has not yet been ratified. And I would say, and this, if there is anything that you should remember from this meeting, is that we have to give the border agreement a chance, which in Dutch would sound: geef de grensprotocol een kans. We signed this agreement 5 years ago, over 5 years ago. During my 4 years of work here, I have tried to convince the members of parliament, but for now, for the moment, it is with no success. We think that this border agreement would be really essential to launch other cooperations in other fields. There is no reason why we should not have between France and Suriname the same kind of cooperation as we have between France and Brazil. If you go to Oiapoque, the border with Brazil, you have a bridge, a very nice bridge. You have a border pass for people. Everything is organized in an orderly way. Kids go to school on one side, come back on the other side. And there is a common fight with the Brazilian army, armed forces, police, as well, to tackle gold mining. And we do that hand in hand with the Brazilian forces. And last but not least, we just decided to delete the visa obligation for the Brazilians to go to French-Guyana. And this is something that the Brazilians were asking for a long time. So you see all the benefits you can have when you have a border which is properly recognized, which is properly organized, regulated. We have an agreement on different issues. On top of the top, we just suppress the obligation of the visa for the Brazilians who want to go to French-Guyana. Okay, so let's give the border agreement a chance. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so now, more recently, I don't know if you've heard in the press that Martinique and French-Guyana are entered this week CARICOM. And this was with the strong support of the Surinamese authorities, so we are very grateful for that. It was something that this embassy has been working for many years. We are very happy that it finally entered into force. It is very important for French-Guyana for its regional integration. And we are very grateful once again for the support from the very beginning that the Suriname authorities have been giving to the application of both Martinique and French-Guyana. We will not stop here. We even this morning, so it's very fresh, we discussed the possibility to see what we can do on education matters, have some kind of agreement. You know that almost 500 kids from Suriname are crossing the Maroina River every morning to go to schools in Saint Laurent and all along the rivers. This is a situation which cannot continue like that. We have to find an agreement. That's why this border agreement is absolutely crucial. You have these kids in situation of safety not always very good. Sometimes there are some dramas. These are the kind of situation we want to avoid. So we will be soon discussing with the Suriname authority some sort of agreement on education cooperation. Maybe Ruben will say a few words, but we will soon launch a cinema session, French cinema session here at the Alliance Française with the lycée schools of Paramaribo, and we are very happy with that. Tot slot, or almost tot slot, I'll say a few words about business. Total Energy, of course, it will be one of the main players as far as economic growth of Suriname. It's going to transform the country. I think that's not everybody is aware of how Suriname will be changing in the coming decade. French companies are discovering more and more Suriname. They are coming to the embassy, they are calling us, they are giving questions. This afternoon, I think construction enterprises from Frans-Guyana, Fédération du BTP, they will have to tell them about. During the last séance, we had a French pavilion for the first time. Around 20-25 French companies were present at séance, and this is new, and we were very happy with that. Together with the ministers of public works, we went to Cayenne with the Minister of Oil, Gas and Milieu. After Bernice, we went to Cayenne as well. In the last year or two last years, we really encouraged these direct communication visits, and there's right now one taking place as well with members from Statsoli, including. So our embassy has been very, very instrumental in facilitating this, and we see it's already giving some results. On a more personal basis, I must say that the work in Suriname was absolutely fantastic. I enjoyed very much. My wife and I, we enjoyed very much our stay. We visited many different places, from Anapaike to Nikeri. I just returned yesterday evening from 2 days in Nikeri, but visited as well Tepu together with Pierre Bourguignon. We went to Alalapadu, to Apura, and I'm sure that I will be missing all this. I will be missing Sranantongo, which I tried to learn here at the Alliance Française every Saturday. The Dutch language, I will be missing it as well. I've learned it thanks to the excellent teachers at the Alliance Française. Please tell them a big thank you. I will finish with the press, of course. Your role is absolutely crucial. This, in a democracy, is very central. We know that in the coming months and years there will be many issues complicated. We've engaged very much on commemorating of different events. For instance, Moiwana. Moiwana this year is the 40th anniversary of the tragedy. Why it is important for France? It is important for France because the massacre of Moiwana completely changed the face of Frans-Guyana on the western part. As you know, Saint-Laurent-du-Maroni was a small town before 1986, and then after the Moiwana events, it completely changed. And we will be commemorating this as well this year, especially, which is a jubilee year. Tot slot. I would like to say just a big thank you to my colleagues from the French embassy, to you, Saïda, Alexandre, everybody around here, the Alliance Française. The French embassy over the last years has changed. We have now a permanent police attaché. We have again a permanent police attaché with you, Commandant Canestrier. You will be ending your mission, so let me thank you for all that you did. We have a permanent military attaché, and we never had before, so this is as well. It shows the implication of France in Suriname. We opened an embassy in Georgetown, which was something that we, the French embassy, it was a lot of work, you can imagine. So this as well shows the implication of France in the region. We are neighbors, we want to be reliable neighbors, and we will spare no efforts to do that. Last thing, Alliance Française. I'm so happy to be here, Ben. It was not granted that we would have again an Alliance Française. The former one was closed, and this one reopened in March, February
23.